What up, folks? Cajun Blaze here, and today we're going to talk about this beautiful blade. This is my Lone Wolf Diablo. This is the automatic knife Diablo by Lone Wolf. Check out this marble ironwood handle they got. That's the first thing you're going to notice when looking at a knife like this, is that beautiful desert marble ironwood. This knife is given to me by my good friend Kirk at Apotheosis 7. If you haven't checked out Kirk's channel, he has some of the most fascinating, extremely exquisite blades that you'll ever see here on YouTube. Just fantastic knives. And this is one of them that he gave to me for my birthday back in April. Just an exquisite blade, fantastic knife. I tell you what, I think I saw this on this knife for the first time. It had black handles on a knife guy in France, Basse-Toué. He showed this knife. And I was just so fascinated with it that I've always really wanted one. I don't think Kirk knew that. And sure enough, I ended up getting one of these for my birthday. Let's see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it says on the blade, Diablo DA CPM S30V. And then it's got the little logo of the Lone Wolf right here on the end. It is a thumb stud on both sides. It's a CPM S30V steel. Look at that razor's edge on it, how it just shines as I turn it. Man, this thing is super sharp. I'll show you a little piece of paper here. See if I can cut it on the camera. Oops. Just very nice. This knife, I don't use this knife or carry it, and I'll tell you why I don't carry it is because the pocket clip here is just not practical for the thick pants. I wear a lot of cargo shorts, and yeah, I got a little piece of dust in there from the shorts. It's just super thin right here. It doesn't fit well in my pants. Now, if I was wearing some dress slacks or a suit pant, then this would probably fit in perfect with that. It is a liner lock. Push it aside, close it. Now, what makes this Diablo double action, you don't see any actuating buttons on the handle like you would most automatic blades. Like, for example, the one I'm carrying today is the Benchmade Mini-Reflex. It's got that push button here. You hit that button, boom, shaka laka laka, bust right out. Well, it's not, man, that's a fine. This is my favorite Benchmade knife. Anyway, we're not talking about that one today. We're talking about this beauty. And this is a beauty knife here. But to actuate it, you ready for this? You simply take your thumb and slide that ironwood up in upward motion, and it is so quick. Oh man, look how fast that was. The spring just pops that blade open. So the good thing about that is, if you wanted to hide this knife from people that maybe don't want you to have automatics, you would never know. They would think it was just a simple, beautiful gentleman's folder that opened automatically or opened manually with a thumb stud. But if you wanted the fit hits the shan and you needed it open quick, boom, you just hit it and it busts right open. And then you close it by setting that spring rod back in place. Carries tip down only. You can't move it from left to right or up or down or anything like that. I have carried this knife a couple times. Just it didn't fit real well in my pocket for the pocket clip, but I did carry it at the bottom of my pocket. But I made sure that I didn't have anything in my pocket to scratch up these beautiful Ironwood scales that it has on the handle. But the S30V steel keeps a razor's edge for a very long time. Any of you fellas out there are familiar with S30V steel. It is probably one of my favorite steels for a knife, simply because it stays sharp for so long. But if I had to sharpen my own blades, AUS 8A is probably one of my favorite to sharpen, because I'm such an amateur at sharpening knives that the AUS 8A is, and probably 154 CM are easier to sharpen for me. Now you bring it to LSU Tiger's 1010 and he has no problem getting a razor's edge on a knife like this. Speaking of LSU Tiger's 1010, he is uploading more knife videos now on his YouTube channel, so if you've wondered what happened to LSU Tiger's 1010, go check him out. It's got a little bit of jimping here, but again, this is, I mean, that's got a tactical looking blade on it, but I don't know if you'd call this a tactical knife. I guess you could, because it's got that piercing point on it that you could stab very well with. But it doesn't have a lot of jimping on it, no finger choil or grooves or anything like that, so your hand could slip on this Ironwood scales here. So, word to the wise, if you're going to get a knife like this, carry it as a gentleman's folder. At least that's my opinion. Sits real good centered in the blade when it's closed. Doesn't hit the either side. Kind of like them, you know, them Benzes that I like so well. But I love just sitting there and opening this knife with that automatic double action. That's just so fun. Just hitting it. It's one of my fastest and hardest actuating automatics that I have. Probably outside of my Halo 5. That thing pops like a rocket too. And my Scarab. My Microtech Scarab. Man, that's just a fine knife. Anyway, not a long video. Just wanted to show you guys. The only hit that I do give this knife is just not practical to carry for me with thick jeans or cargo shorts that I typically generally wear, and that's the only hit that I do give it. It does have a dual thumb stud on either side, and the thumb stud works really good. You can open it very smooth too. Just really nice. And liner lock. The weight of this knife is 4.1 ounces. The blade length is 3.3 inches long, and the overall length of the blade is 7.6 inches long. For you guys that need specs on this knife, that's the specs for you. And the coolness factor of this knife, not only is the beautiful scales on it, that Ironwood, is the fact that it's manual or automatic. To me, that's the coolness factor of this blade itself. So you know I love automatic blades. I carry the Benchmade Mini-Reflex more than any other automatic blade, and that's the one I chose to carry today. Fine blade there. That one's seen some wear and tear. But this knife here is just a thing of beauty, I tell you. Man, look at that tip on there. And that's razor sharp. You could shave the hair off a boar's tip with that thing. You could get surgical with it. So anyway, enough of all that. The Cajun Blaze always says, not A, not B, but see ya! Y'all have a fantastic day, and we'll holler at you later. Just can't get enough of that.